I used to take supplements daily. Now I would have to change every month between Coenzyme Q10 and omega-3 and 6. I don't remember them to make a huge difference, honestly. Rebif. I had to inject myself every other day and the side effects were quite instantaneous. Plegridy. The side effects way stronger. I had short-term depression and at night I would have such extreme chills. Jillenia Fingalimon. Downside, so it affects the immune system and thus the white cell count. Hello again, I'm Diana. Today I'm going to talk about different medication I've been throughout my journey with MS. Some of them have been good, some of them not that much. We're gonna talk if they did or did not help and most importantly the side effects they caused. A little disclaimer though, this video is based on my personal experience, so before deciding on taking any sort of medication, please talk to your doctor or specialist first. Coenzyme Q10 and omega-3 and 6 in fish oil. I used to take these supplements daily. Now I would have to change every month between Coenzyme Q10 and omega-3 and 6 because together they are better at reducing relapses and stopping the disease from progressing. Well, from my experience, I don't remember them to make a huge difference, honestly. This might be because my disease was at the beginning or that I was very young, but what I completely remember is that I despised the taste of the omega-3 and 6 pills in fish oil, which was not quite pleasant. As they were supplements, I do not remember to have had any side effects except the taste. Rebif. Rebif is an under-the-skin injection set to reduce relapses by 30 to 40%. After 5 years of being on supplements, I finally got transitioned to Rebif at 18. Later I found out that I could have been transitioned at 16, but that's okay, because the side effects were awful. Now don't get me wrong, the coverage from Rebif was quite okay, but I had to inject myself every other day and the side effects were quite instantaneous. I had pain, dizziness, swelling, nodule at the injection site, muscle ache, flu-like symptoms, fatigue, fever, chills, headache, and so many others. I was on it throughout my last year of high school until I left my country and moved to UK. Plegridy. When I got to UK, I had Rebif injections to keep me for the next 3 to 4 months, so I was not concerned about that. The hustle was to actually find good doctors and get into the medical system. I was not even considering to change to a different medication because, to be fairly honest, I never even looked into it. I just accepted the fact that I had to stab myself every other day and got used to the side effects of Rebif. However, after I got into the medical system, aka NHS, and got a specialist, I was told I could choose my medication. Of course, it was based on the advice of my doctors, nurses, and the book they gave me with my choices, but it was something completely different that I never even think as a possibility. Anyway, long story short, I chose Plegridy, which was also an injectable interferon, but compared to Rebif, this was only once every 2 weeks. With this one, the side effects were so different than Rebif. I mean, they were kind of the same but way stronger. With Plegridy, I had short-term depression the day after I had my injection, and at night I would have such extreme chills. I would almost fall from my bed shaking. The chills were so powerful, we had to use an electric blanket at night to keep me warm. I cannot stress this enough. We used it in the summer. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this one was aesthetically nicer than Rebif and more handy. The injections were already coming in the injection gun, while Rebif were coming on their own. This happened for a few months until I actually got the injection gun for Rebif, but until then I had to do them as they were on my own. Yeah, that was fun. Jillenia. And finally, the last medication I tried and still I'm on is Jillenia Fingalimon. This was a game changer. After about a year of being on Plegridy, I had to change medication as the side effects were too strong and the medication did not have as good results as we thought, I still had the same amount of relapses as I would normally have in that time. Now, I don't know if it was because of the medication or certain things that were causing extra stress in that time. The main point is that my doctor suggested I move on to stronger medication. I got tired of injectable medication and got interested in using pills. A good option was Jillenia, as it was said to reduce relapses by 50%. This was a fairly new approved medication, but so it was Plegridy. I know, with that one I wasn't that lucky, but this one showed better percentage than Plegridy. And they were pills! And as expected, the side effects from Rebif and Plegridy all disappeared. Poof! Gone! Finally sleep at night, no aches, no chills, no fatigue. Just took a pill and done. The downside of Fingalimon is that it is an immunosuppressor, so it affects the immune system and thus the white cell count. For this reason, when I was moved onto Jillenia, I had to stay in the hospital for a few hours after I took my first pill so they could monitor my heart rate. Luckily, everything went good and I could start the medication. I had to do frequent blood tests to be monitored if my white blood cells count would fall, and of course if I would have to be moved onto different medication. I still have to do those blood tests, but not that frequent anymore. I used to do them like monthly, then every 3 months, and then twice a year. Well, until I left UK. The main point is that finally this medication made a huge difference in slowing my relapses. Again, maybe other factors also helped, but I was and still am so happy with the outcome of this medication that I do not want to change it anytime soon. As a conclusion, pills were 100 times much better than injectables for me. I am not saying they are better for other people, but for me, they were a game changer. If you have MS or any other autoimmune disease, please tell me in the comments below what medication you take and how it does or does not help you. The main idea, like always, is to just stay positive. Life can be good, it's just up to you. You can change it in a day. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!